Yep, it's me again. They hate me, that's why they give a fuck about me at the same time. As always, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate, even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, love to hate MGTOW at the same time. This is why our haters keep us relevant to this day, and I'm back again. For tonight's topic of discussion, and this is gonna be a bitter pill. This is gonna hurt feelings here. Check this out, MGTOW brothers. Y'all see the title. Tennessee is about to make paternity fraud a crime. Long overdue. None of these retarded fucks out there, none of these retarded fucks out there can sit there and say, oh, MGTOWs or any of these male spaces is not making progress. Nope. It's all here. And before I go any further, shout out to Jada Black for bringing this to our attention. And thanks for letting me share this video. I'll put the link to the full video in the description box, and because this video is an hour long, and I won't be able to cover all that. But if you want to watch the full video, the link will be in the description box. Man, he goes in big time on this one. But yes, it's true. It's damn true. Tennessee is about to make paternity fraud a misdemeanor. In which, in my honest opinion, I would have upgraded to a felony. I mean, look what's going on. You got these females forcing these men to raise and take care of children that's not even theirs. Then of course you got these courts trying to be in favor with them, screwing these men's livelihood in the end. And yes, I do hope the other 49 states follow suit. I mean, look what's happening. They forging men's names on birth certificates. Don't even know who the father is. Don't even know if he's the father or not. He comes to find out that he's not the father, but he still has to pay child support. You even got some men getting locked up, losing their jobs, and all this shit happening, all because a bitch decided to I'll make you the father of my child, even though I don't even know if you're the father or not. Straight up paternity fraud. And as I say, anything with fraud in the end needs to be considered a crime. That goes for paternity fraud as well. You sat there, not only did she sit there and lied about this man being the father of her child, but he is suffering and going through hell all because of it. But enough of me babbling on. Let's hear Jada Black break it down for y'all, shall we?
About Tennessee, I'm going to talk about them potentially a game-changing law. Y'all got to understand, you got to start somewhere, right? You have to start somewhere. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. Let me say this about, child support and the court system and how men are being unfairly criticized, fairly attacked, I believe, and targeted. It's easy, again, for society to, hold men accountable. As I said earlier in the stream, when it comes to women, they want to hold both parties accountable. They don't want to give women 100% accountability because most modern women are useful idiots. They push liberal agendas. Like I seen this one female on TikTok, this white liberal woman. She's talking about how liberal men are not traditional enough, and she wants a traditional man who's not a conservative. That's why you are single now. A lot of you
Yep, good. Yep, and all I can say about it is good luck with that. But ooh, I know that had to be a blow to all these liberal males out there. Damn, your own liberal females wants a traditional man like the conservative men on the other side, but they don't want them to be conservative. Too bad, so sad. We all know good and damn well there ain't no liberal who is a traditionalist. Let's just keep it $1.50, but let's continue.
non-traditional women, this is a side note, a lot of you non-traditional women, y'all are the types to do shit like this. Y'all are the types to lie about the father of your children. You out here screwing multiple men at once with no protection, and you will then use the system to attack that man for his money or because you just hate him, right? Or because you hate him. But have y'all noticed that, and then let's get back to this TikTok heifer.
Jada Black ain't lying about that too. You got these females out there that is conniving, manipulative, and downright deceitful as fuck. You see, when it comes now, one thing to say about paternity fraud, you could tell there are telltale signs. But I'm going to share with you one. If you ever hear a female say that, oh, they're pregnant, but they don't know who the father is, that right there is a telltale sign. There's a reason why she doesn't know who the father of her child is. She slept with damn near everybody in the village. Now she's pregnant, and now she has to guess who the father is. Like, I mean, look at Detroit, in which Michigan needs to do the same thing Tennessee is doing. Especially when they had the dad by default law. That shit needs to be abolished. Dad by default law is only encouraging paternity, not only encouraging, but aiding paternity fraud. That shit needs to stop. But let me continue.
How are you a liberal woman, but you want a traditional man? I'm sorry. Liberals don't know a thing about traditionalism. You see, as she said in her videos, she wants to have her cake and eat it too, right? That's the thing. That's why you liberal women are struggling now when it comes to relationships. You want to have your cake and you want to be able to eat it too, right? Well, that's not going to happen, okay? Because men are wisening up and men are fighting back. We're tired of your BS. And that's why you're seeing laws like this potentially going into effect. This according to...
So do y'all see this right here? Tennessee bill will make it illegal to falsely accuse someone of being baby's father. Basically, Tennessee is about to make paternity fraud a crime. And yeah, just by reading that title, you can already hear the feelings being being hurt all over the place, and a lot of people are mad and in their feelings about it. I wonder why. Me personally, if you're mad and in your feelings about this bill, then that right there says a lot about themselves. I mean, the only ones who's mad about this bill are the ones who's committing the act. The only ones who's mad about this bill, they know for a fact that they are committing paternity fraud. What has Uncle JD always said? Every man has the right to know whether or not that's his child or not his child. Likewise, every child has the right to know who their biological father is. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm going to continue on saying this shit. Every man has a right to know whether that's his child or not, and every child has a right to know who their biological father is. But let's continue.
The Local 3 News, as y'all can see, Tennessee bill will make it illegal to falsely accuse someone of being baby's father. A new bill introduced to the Tennessee General Assembly would make it a crime to falsely accuse someone of being a child's parent. The bill, known as HBO 253 and SBO 331, passed the state Senate unanimously on March 20th. That's the day of my birthday. Shout out to Devon.
Let us not stop with repping the men's rights movement. We still can associate the term scarcity on regards to our rights.
Appreciate that. I mean, you can always continue to fight, you know. That's why men need to stand up and stop being pushovers. Too many of you males have become pushovers, and you allow women to disrespect you and mistreat you.
Sad but facts. I mean, look what's going on social media. You got all these weak beta male simps trying to cater to women, while at the same time they're making themselves look less than men. And they wonder why society treats them as less of a man. And I'm about to coin a phrase here. Fellas, it's about time we start being realistic instead of being desperate. Because most of these men doing this shit are desperate as fuck. This is the reason why those females take advantage of these dudes. This is the reason why if they ever get into a relationship, there's a pretty good chance that the female is the one wearing the pants while he's wearing the dress. I'm going to keep it 100, but let's continue.
What's up, Bronxside? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. The bill would make it a misdemeanor when a person commits parentage fraud. It needs to be more than a misdemeanor because you're playing with people's livelihoods. You know how many men have lost jobs and been to jail over child support? How many men?
Facts. And I do agree with Jada Black. Don't make it a misdemeanor, make it a felony. Look what all these men been through. Some even spent years in prison. If you're a man who spent years in prison due to child support, and then come to find out that the child isn't yours, then in my personal opinion, you need to be compensated for your time lost being locked up over a child that's not yours. But that's just my opinion. Let's continue.
Have been destroyed over child support. There are men who are getting in trouble with the law over child support when the child ain't even theirs and the woman knows this. Parentage fraud is when a person fraudulently claims that the victim is the biological parent of a child or fraudulently seeks to be legally established as a child's parent based on the child's status as a biological parent of the child. The bill creates a new class, a misdemeanor offense of parentage fraud for a person who does the following. 1. Seeks to legally establish the individual as a biological parent of a child in the person's custody with intent to deprive the individual of property or to prevent the child from actual biological parent from exercising parental rights to the child. The person knows or reasonably should know that the individual is not the child's biological parent, or 2, seeks to legally establish as a child's parent based on the person's status as a biological parent of the child, and the person knows or reasonably should know that the person is not the child's biological father.
And this is why the majority of men, even a few women, agrees that paternity testing should be mandatory. In fact, I'll go the extra mile and say paternity tests should be mandatory before they put any man on child support. Before you put him on child support, let's see if he's the biological father. And if he is the biological father, we could go through with it. But if he's not the biological father, all bets are off. But of course, you got these females out there who's so combative and afraid of paternity testing being mandatory. You even got simps out there sitting there trying to defend the shit. But why? But why though? Why are they scared of paternity tests being mandatory? Do they really have something? Are they hiding something? Because that right there is suspicious as fuck in my opinion. If she's combative about paternity testing being mandatory, then yes, she's hiding something. There's a pretty good chance that the child isn't yours. The child is from another dude. Why else are they so combative about it? They're literally trying to make these. Oh my God! They literally making themselves look guilty. If the child is his, and you know the child is his, then you wouldn't have no qualms at all. Do the paternity test. And if he is the father, okay. If he's not the father, that says a lot. But the fact that they so afraid of paternity testing being mandatory, there's a pretty good chance that the child that they claim is his is not. As I said, I'm keeping it $150. Let's continue.
Okay. So that is what now passed through the state Senate unanimously. Now they're just waiting on to get it all the way through. Right? Yeah, it should definitely be a felony. But it's a misdemeanor, but it should be a felony. This is a problem.
A straight up big problem. Not gonna stop it right here. If you want to see the full video, the link will be in the comments section. But yes, Tennessee is about to make paternity fraud a crime and a misdemeanor, which is long overdue. It's about damn time these females stop trying to deceive these men, have them believe that they're the father when they're not. It's about time these females go out there and find out who the real biological father is, who's the real father to that child. By the end of the day, whose fault is it? She chose to go around sleep with men at random, sleep with each and every man on the college campus, each and every man in the neighborhood, each and every man in the village. Oh, now she's pregnant and she don't know who the father is. What do you think was going to happen? So now either two things that's going to happen. Either she's going to forge a random man's name on that birth certificate, and when it finds out he's not the father, she's in trouble. Or, before signing any man's name on that birth certificate, how about taking a paternity test to find out if he is the father of your child? And have paternity testing when they go out and try to get child support. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. The link to Jada Black's full video will be in the description box. Go check that out. I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.